Hi, Lord Tamberlane, with an interesting obscurity in miniature today. Another Warcradle Wild West Exodus figure. This, however, is Wayland the Smith, the 10th anniversary set. For most Americans, this is probably of no actual significance, but this is based on the owner of Wayland Games, and I'm assuming his best bud there with a giant cannon. So Wayland the Smith in a nice overstuffed box that is all kinds of squishy is, I guess, usable by every single faction. That's kind of cool. I just love the ridiculous pose. I had to get this when I saw this figure because I am a sucker for guys with giant weapons fighting in melee. So why don't we see what's inside this nice squishy package? Unfortunately, it doesn't squish like my daughter's, but I don't think she cares about this either. So upon opening the box, we are greeted to, once again, no cards. I thought we were past that, but we'll be contacting. Maybe there are none, and I'm just, daydreaming here. Bases. These are the Wild West Exodus medium-sized base. Because here is a small base that fits ever so nicely inside of it. So I'm assuming that these guys are going to be quite large figures, or they're just going to take up a lot of real estate on the base. We also have a red bubble wrap bag, and oh, we're dumping resin out. Any other resin want to get dumped out? Yes, it does. So here's our two figures. Obviously Wayland the Smith and his accomplice, who does not have a name that I am aware of because I didn't get any cards that describe who they are. Is it on the back of the box? Let's take a look on the back of the box. Ah, it's Beck the Sidekick. I am sorry, Beck. My condolences that I don't know your name. But considering I am a yank that lives in the States and does not order from Wayland Games very often, that's on me, I guess. So you can see his, I'm assuming it's some kind of a rivet gun or something. I mean, they are supposed to be smiths and all. I'm curious to see how large they are compared to a typical Wild West Exodus figure, considering they are supposed to be on medium bases. Let's see, I've got my Wild Bill handy here. Looking about the same size. Let's stand them up here and see if there's any difference. Rise from your grave. It's about the same size. So I guess if I wanted to actually use them in the game correctly, I'll put them on those medium size or about 40mm bases. I'm not sure if I will, though. Why don't we take a look further at the parts and see what we got ourselves in store here. So here we have our bits and pieces. We have Beck's cannon, rivet gun, whatever that thing is. It's going to need some cleaning there. Somebody's holster of quiver of tools. We got the Smith's hammer here, nicely detailed, and I'm kind of surprised it doesn't have more direct Wild West Exodus iconography on there, but it is what it is. I'm assuming these pipes go to the hammer itself. Not sure where that one goes. And this hand looks like it's supposed to go with this arm. There's my arm. We've got the Smith's face as he is yelling something. Maybe a bunch of expletives because he's been trying to glue Malifaux figures together. And yet more tools. What do we have? Oh, it looks like chain links or something all over the outside of the bag there. So, I did go ahead and snip off the figures from the gate that they came casted on. I wanted to point something out about these bases, something I just noticed. Now, I built a lot of Wild West Exodus figures, mostly from the Kickstarters. And these are new bases. These are official Warcradle bases. I don't have any medium-sized original ones from Outlaw Miniatures when they had theirs, but this is what the logo used to look like. I can't really read it. Yeah, Outlaw Miniatures on there. But I do appreciate the fact that we've got built-in spots for magnets. So if you're into magnetizing the bases and carrying them on sheet metal, which I really should do, it's kind of nice when they have a spot built in for you. So we've got the Smith minus a head and all of his body parts. And an upside down base. That's not what I was looking for. Let's get Beck the Sidekick. So, I mean, they do take up a fair amount of room on the bases comparing to Wild Bill here. Do they need such wide bases? I don't know. Deck fits ever so slightly, so I guess if you want to use them for something besides their intended purpose, which it seems that Warcradle wants me to, since they don't want to let me have their actual stats for the game, we could do that. And yes, lo and behold, they do both fit on there, and I don't know if there's any special rules anyways for why they would need to have the larger bases. I have not, I confess, read through the new edition of the rules, even though I got a free copy of it, and I've looked at it, and it's pretty cool and pretty, and pretty keeps coming out of my mouth for some reason, but yeah, as you can see, so they're good size figures. More than likely, they're going to end up either in Wild West Exodus games or playing Tombstone or just hanging out on my shelf after they get painted, because I have a feeling they're going to get colorful very quickly here. But so this is just a cool little figure for their 10th anniversary of Wayland Games. I'm not sure if there's even any actual stats or if I'm just buying cool looking figures, because I need guys with giant hammers smashing things up. They will definitely be getting some use in Shadows of Brimstone. Beck the Sidekick, more than likely, for whatever reason, I just want to use him as a prospector class, and the Smith is more than likely going to end up the same, because I just see them digging around in the dirt with those hammers and tools and looking for gold, I guess, at least in Brimstone land. I'll be contacting Wayland and see, or Warcradle, I should say, and see if I can get a hold of some cards, or maybe it's already on the website and I just need to download it, but that would require me to do stuff on the internet, and whoever wants to do that. So, interesting looking figures. Hope these have been some help to you. If you're looking for something different to have on the table, these might be the figures for you. Hope you enjoyed.